Hey everyone, and welcome. It is Karen here with you today, and today I'm going to share with you a page that I have created in my Large Dilutions journal, and I'm using some of my Daydream wallpaper that is available at Creative Warriors or Michelle Grant Designs. I'll put the link down in the description box for you. And also this month we have an image which is called Harmony, which is our challenge image, and she is available for free with any purchase at Michelle Grant Designs, or you can actually buy her for $1.50. So to start off with, I've just ripped up my piece of tissue. I've printed onto tissue paper my Daydream wallpaper, and I've just glued that into my book with some Matisse matte medium. I forgot what it was called. Now I'm just putting in a little bit of gesso around my edges, and I'm using a wet finger just to help blend those edges in a little bit more, so I haven't got a real harsh paint line happening. Once I've got that dry, I'm getting out some Colour Blast Magicals. I've got a couple of blues there, and I'm also going to grab my Lindy's sprays. I've got a few blues, so I'm going with a really blue theme today. So, and they kind of match in with the wallpaper as well, which I think is quite pretty. So I'm just going to spray some of those around, and then I'm going to use a wet paintbrush just to paint the colours around. As you can see, too easy, nothing to it really. Once it's dry, I'm going to put in another layer. So I've got my what are they? Colour Blast mica powders, and I'm just putting some of those in around where the rice papers and that are as well. So when it dries, it will be a little bit shimmery and a little bit sparkly, even more than what it was with the Lindy's. And of course I add some more Lindy's just to brighten it and darken it up just a smidgen, because it was a little bit pale. And I've also got some Schminky bronze powder, aqua bronze I think it is, and I've just sprinkled some of that onto my page as well with a little bit of water so that I can move it around a little bit. And when I get it all dry, after I add yet another little bit more of Lindy's Magicals, I can stick on my girl. So here's my girl. Well, she was there. But before I stick her on, I need to seal my page. So I've just used a workable fixative to fix all the Lindy sprays and the mica powders to the page, so that when I add anything else over the top, it's not all gonna leach up through anything else that I put on. Okay, now another thing that I've done here is I've printed my wallpaper out again onto a thicker cardstock, and I've actually printed my magnolia flowers from my Fleur art pack onto that as well. So I've got some blue magnolia flowers, and I've also got a plain sheet of white ones as well. So I'm going to cut out a couple of those and a few leaves, and I was thinking I was going to do a crown, but it looked a little bit too much. Anyway, I'm going to start sticking a couple of flowers down here. So I'll start off with the leaves and then put in a flower, another leaf, a white one this time, a blue one up the top. I'm going to stick a blue flower onto a shoulder, but before I stick it down, I'm actually going to put a little white leaf under it as well. And I've got a couple of little flowers left over because, you know, I cut out more than what I needed, but that's okay. I can use that for another project. Now, while I'm deciding on what I'm going to do next, I've grabbed out this awesome stencil that I've got from the Crafters Workshop, and it's this one here with the little leaves on it, and I really love how nice and soft they are in the background around the edges of my page. And I've just used a little bit of white paint on a little makeup sponge to pounce the colour through through the stencil. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think it looks really pretty. I've also grabbed out some of my Paper Artsy stamps to stamp a little bit of black into the background. So I've got some script. I've got a magnolia stamp, bud. And what was that one? I think that was a Carabelle Studio one, which had a butterfly, and it's sort of a little bit of a mixed media-y type one. So I've picked out my sediment. Again, this is from my Fleur art pack. And it says, "A life without dreams is like a garden without flowers." So now that I've got that stuck in, I'm just going to do a little bit of pencil work onto my flowers with my Prismacolor pencils. So I'm just sort of darkening up into the center a little bit and on the leaves, just to create a little bit more interest in them. So I'm using two different blues there, and also adding some blue into her eyes. I'm going to start on my bird here. My bird is also going to be blue, but slightly different blue. And yeah, so I'm just working my pencils around on the little bird, just adding a little bit of color to some of the darker areas where the shadows would be, where the shadows are actually, on the bird, and where some of the feathers are as well. Add a little bit of pink to her lips, not very much. I'm not going to do very much to her face at all. I'm going to leave it pretty much as she is. And now I'm going to do some scribbling around all those white leaves that I put in. I've also cut out a big chunk of that, so you didn't have to watch me draw oodles of leaves. And the very last thing that I'm going to do is add some little white splats, of course, with my Liquitex acrylic ink, which is like a really runny paint, with a fan brush. And that's it. That's my page. So I really hope you have enjoyed my project. I hope you'll check out the links below for my Daydream wallpapers, my Art Fleur pack, and of course the image for July, which is Harmony. So thank you so much, and until next time, see you later. Bye.